this project had to be able to stand on its head and spit wooden nickels.
This plant was needed because our baseload power requirements were growing and the community was growing, but we did not have a modern facility.
We need to provide hot water for snowmelt. We need to provide reliable power. We need to provide cost-effective power. But whatever we did at the site that we did it, we needed to make sure we fit into the community.
There was a pretty significant focus on developing new solid fuel technology at the James D. Young plant. That didn't sit well with everybody.
We had so much resistance, so many things were hard. I'm a firm believer that when things are hard, you don't give up, but you might want to reevaluate what you're doing.
What we needed to do was a step back and think about the problem and think about how to solve it holistically. And we did that. We actually employed a sustainable return on investment analysis.
I think that brought a lot of people into the discussion. It looked at a lot of possibilities, and I think without that community-wide involvement, we probably wouldn't be here today.
We threw everything on the table, had everybody involved, and it was like making sausage. It was messy, it was noisy, but we came out at the end with this project.
They were able to get the community behind them, and by including them in those decisions, they took ownership of what the solution was going to be, to the point that the public supported and celebrated the project.
When the heat recovery steam turbines came in and were rolled through town in Goldhoffers on 4 successive days, we had people following not only on bikes, but they were walking.
They followed it down the roads all the way to the project site. It was like the 4th of July.
It was a parade. I mean, people were sitting out there with their lawn chairs watching this stuff go by. They were walking alongside of it. They got to the site, they followed it all into the site.
And they clapped when we got here. So we absolutely, positively never expected anything like that. That was awesome.
I never dreamed a power plant could be this architecturally unique, and I never dreamed that a power plant could become the gateway to a city like this has become for Holland.
It actually looks pretty. Most power plants are in the middle of a cornfield and they are steel and equipment out in the middle of nowhere, and this one is a state-of-the-art modern architectural wonder with a park around it.
It's a marvel. This power plant has a heat rate of 6,900. That is in the top 15% in the world. That's a big deal.
The efficiency that's here at the plant drives the economic performance of it. It has jet engines on the front end. Those jet engines are making electricity very efficiently, but coming out of the back end is still a lot of heat that's available. We're capturing that heat. It's turning water into steam. And for no new fuel being burned, we're getting 50% more output because we send that steam over to a steam turbine where we can make more electricity. Then coming off the back end of the steam turbine, we have to reject the heat there. But in the winter, we can divert that heat to the streets and sidewalks. It will actually melt snow at a rate of about 1 inch an hour. If that wasn't enough, we actually then take the returning water to make a very efficient building heating process.
I think this project is a culmination of the planets, the stars, and the universe aligning. This project does stand on its head and spit wooden nickels.